Sounds like Aaron's encountered an animal up here.
There's a possum in here.
A possum, eh?
Yeah.
One of the rarely seen plants in New Zealand is the hanging tree that grows actually probably a good metre off the ground. I assume it just collects moisture through the roots here and then just grows up in mid-air. I think it's a type of conifer, but like I say, this is a very rare New Zealand floating variety. Yeah, so some interesting botany for everyone. Hi, so we've come out to, well, me and Aaron have come out to the one of the mines in the Karangahake Gorge again. This one is a mine that I've previously had issues with rats down, but I think we should be alright with the rats. Don't know if they're even here. It was over a year ago last time I was here. And the mine is up right just behind me there. If you can see to the right of my head, there's an entrance. So we've got to climb up a bit of rock and get inside and through some mud. But there's another entrance through here that has some collapse in it. And I was hoping that maybe this time me and Aaron will be able to find a way past that collapse. So we'll go and have a look now. Okay, in we go. It's my mission for the day to hopefully hold the camera and the torch in a way that people can actually see down the mine. Got started here. We've just got all this debris, and I've got no idea. I was just discussing with Aaron, how on earth did all this even get in here? Did people bring it down? It's a lot of work to bring it up the cliff face to then just throw it into here.
Yeah, no, it must come up from the floods all this bit.
Well, then the river comes way up in a big storm then.
Yeah, I mean, when you see some of the damage in like the gullies and things, all the massive trees that have washed down.
Especially after that cyclone Gabriel.
Yeah.
The
one that caused all the slips on the
amazing amount of damage.
track.
Now, the mud gets pretty thick just here. And this is the mud that traps rats further inside.
Okay.
See, I think the rats can actually jump over the mud
Rats can swim.
and swim through the water, but then when they try and come out again, it's less easy to jump out of the water and over all this mud. See if I can huff and puff a little less down this mine as well. That would be nice, not to hear my breathing sounding like I'm about to have a heart attack. The water seems, yeah, probably less than half as deep as the last time I came down here. Absolutely not. I'm actually getting a nicer view down here than I've had before, now that I don't have to be so concerned about where my feet are going. Yeah, we've got some nice crystallization on the walls here. Just very tiny crystals of, well, these crystals do look like calcite, and they're white. A bit further down the track, well, actually it was in Thames, so probably about half an hour's drive away. We saw some other small crystals that were gypsum. And I have a feeling that there are gypsum crystals in here, but further down. And those ones are very spiky transparent crystals, about a centimetre or so long. Yeah, this is just so much nicer conditions in here now. I don't think this can be the mine where all the sludge slipped out of a few months ago and turned the Ivanhoe River a very bright orange. And that's the main river outside this mine. But there was never that much sludge in here. Not enough to change the river like it did, so that must have been another adit further down. So far I'm not seeing any real evidence of quartz. We've got rail on the ground. I guess the rail ties are underneath, I just can't see them. It's still quite a layer of mud, but it's only a few centimetres deep. And actually here the mud is dried pretty much out. Air is getting a bit more humid further in I go, so I don't actually think there is any shafts, any other entrances that are along here. Got some moisture on the ceiling up there. You can see it shining. Some kind of brown, thick syrup that is leaching out of the rock. I know in some of the mines that I see that are in the United States, they have a lot of bats and what they call pack rats that we don't have here. There are bats in New Zealand, but they're pretty rare, and I think they're more likely to live in the forest. And in any case, I've never seen a bat down here. Now just here, we've got a crossroads. Now I know if I go straight ahead down here is where I encountered rats in the past. But this is also where, in fact I can see them now. Not sure how much you'll see yourself, but we've got gypsum crystals down near the floor of the mine. Here's some echoing talk in the background. That's Aaron. He's doing his video. Aaron went viral with his video, his last video. He got like 40,000 views now. Oh, I haven't got anything like that, but I'm very happy for him. So we've got that shows that some of these mines in New Zealand are getting quite a few views. It does seem to be, at least in my case, predominantly people in New Zealand, and then Australia and the United States make up the bulk of the rest. But I love it when I see someone from Germany or Sweden, China making a comment. So I think these videos actually go a lot further than I really think about at the time, like at the moment. Well, I'm thinking about it now. That's crazy with the internet and YouTube, just how far a reach some of these things can have. Oh, these crystals are so cool. I really hope that somehow I can, when I look back at the video later tonight probably, that some of these gypsum crystals have come into focus. I've noticed some glowworms as well. Usual story though. It's very hard to try and film any of these bioluminescent creatures. Just the camera doesn't have the resolution. I do have a UV light that shows them up quite nicely, but still not as good as if you were here in person. Look at all these really fine crystals. I really hope you can see them. Yeah, so pretty sure these are gypsum. I'll carry on further in here. It's a bit surprising given the lack of quartz, just why they would have made this tunnel so long and gone to all the effort of putting this rail in. I hope this is worthwhile doing. Otherwise I'm going to have to edit out where I'm showing close-ups of these crystals on the camera, I hope. Probably going way too fast about it. I'll learn something about filming if they come out any better or worse than other occasions where I've tried to film some of the geology in these places. Now I think I see the end of the mine coming up here, and it was right at the end, roughly about now. If the rats were still here, I'd be expecting them to see them run up towards me about now. But so far nothing. So the decrease in water level has obviously allowed them to escape. Thank goodness, because I'm pretty sure they were cannibalising themselves while they were stuck down here. We're into quite a nice area here of more of these gypsum crystals. It's like a bit of a jewellery box, really. Some of them are quite long, some of the crystals themselves are probably 2 or 3 centimetres long, which is pretty cool.
It's like snow on the walls.
It is a bit like, yeah, they've done themselves up for Christmas, this mine. Look at that, it could be asbestos, so I'm probably breathing in all sorts of stuff that I don't want to. We've got, looks like bird nests rather than rat nests here. Can you see that? It looks like a perfect bird's nest. This one looks more like a rat's nest, and last time I was here there were rats living under this rock. Yeah, nothing now. Did you see the other little passageway down there, Aaron?
Yeah, have you been down that one?
I have. Did you go down it?
No, I haven't gone down it yet.
That's where I'm hoping that we might be able to climb over the collapse.
Oh, okay, alright, sweet as.
What's that noise? Oh, my shoe. It's air escaping from my shoe.
Oh, good.
I thought we had poltergeists down here.
Yeah, well, sometimes there's like a really low rumbling sound.
I think it's the traffic outside.
Oh, of course it is. Duh.
Duh.
Okay, smart Steve. These are so weird because these tracks are made out of wood.
Oh, they are too.
There's
I
like-
wonder if that means that they're any more ancient than...
Yeah, like are they older than other ones? But then you'll think if they're that old, they probably would have rotted away by now.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Well,
Why did they even put rail down here? Because I haven't seen any quartz veins down here.
I think they just lay it continuously as they mine away.
Ah, right, to get rid of the waste rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Take out, I suppose.
But very interesting that it's wooden.
Yeah, I don't really know why it's like that.
They must have had maybe a shortage of iron at some stage. Maybe during the war period they wanted to carry on mining, but all the metal, or a lot of the metal, was being scrapped and used for military equipment. It sounds pretty dramatic, but I don't know.
Dramatic, but plausible.
Anything's plausible. I can say whatever I want. Invent my own story. So choose your own adventure down the mine.
Pretty much. Oh, something's actually disintegrated here. I don't know
What have we got? Has it got any sort of identifying features?
I think it used to be like a bucket or something.
It does look like the bottom of the bucket. It's in pretty poor condition now.
Yeah, that
Is it riveted together, or how is it put together, do you think?
It's put together by rust.
Right. Fully rust. Well, you're doing an awesome jigsaw puzzle there.
I don't know if I've got it
Half the
quite
bottom.
right. Kind of looks like that matches up, but then it kind
It
of
does. And then that circular piece, semicircular piece will fit in nicely right.
Oh, that
Right
one goes
there.
there. Hold on. Okay, we need a flatter area for this one.
Wow, this is intriguing, isn't it?
Something like that.
An ancient puzzle from 140 years ago.
I think it's missing a piece.
3 pieces of 8. Indeed. That was riveting, literally.
Artifacts. Oh, there's more of it back here.
I did see another tin much further back, but it could be quite modern actually now I think about it.
Okay. There's more bits and pieces of them here, like more bucket thingies.
What happened there? Is there some kind of... Oh, that's quite a major piece, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is another one. I don't know what was in it. Looks like
It looks like a wheel from a car. Is it a wheel?
Well, I don't think so. 'Cause
Not
it's-
heavy duty enough?
Yeah, it's completely solid on the other side as well.
Yeah.
For an axle to go through. Yeah, that one was like that.
Oh yeah. Is that another piece right there or is that just rock?
Nah, it's a bit of rocket,
Oh, yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Fascinating.
I'm just going to grab some footage of these first.
Okay, I'm going to head down towards that other passage and head up there.
Cool, cool. I'll catch up to you.
Yep. Alright, so I'll carry on down here while Aaron uses Instagram quite a lot and he puts photos on as well, which I don't really do. I don't know whether I should, but anyway, I don't at this point. I do have a Facebook page for this channel that I've set up. And so far, I've got no friends on my Facebook page for Forgotten 72. Just got a bit of a tin down here. I can't definitively tell you anything much about it, but it's rusty. And you probably didn't even see it on the camera. Maybe you did. Who knows? I could be doing a better camera job than usual today. I'm trying to take my time and improve on how I have been down some of these mines. Just taking the camera off my helmet. Initially I put it on my helmet just for reasons of stability, which I had more of a problem with when I was using my phone and just using my shaky hands without much of a stabilizing thing on my phone. It was a bit of a nightmare. But anyway, we carried on through there, and so the GoPro is a whole lot steadier than just carrying a phone in your hand. And here we've got the other passage, or no, it's not the other passage. We've just got a little niche here that has a piece of bent iron down there. Don't know what that was. A couple of pieces of iron down here and a weird echo. Okay, so we'll carry on. Still got these wooden rails. I'm surprised it's very surprised about wooden rail. Although that looks like normal rail. No, falls apart at a touch of my boot. So if anyone knows why they would have, or at what period they would have used wooden rails down in the Karangahake Gorge, I would love to know. And I know there's quite a few people that are looking at these videos who have been doing this a lot longer than I have, and they might in fact have some ideas. As we come down here is where the other passage goes off. We can see they've got some bent rail at the start, which would have no doubt gone up around the corner here. Noticing that the bent rail, of course, is metal rather than wood like we've just been looking at. Still no quartz in the wall. Air is okay. As I was saying a bit before, it's quite humid, but it's not too bad. I've been in worse, a lot worse, and recently. The last one in Thames, the really muddy one, the one full of sludge. It's getting quite hard to breathe down there. And also one of the shorter ones, which was just into, well, it just looked like clay, but it probably was more on decomposing rock side of clay. A lot of evidence of rats being down here. And I thought this was collapsed down here, but it's not. It's the actual end. Oh, that's, well, it's disappointing. All these mines start to run together after a while, and yeah, so obviously I was thinking of a different mine with a different bit of collapse. But anyway, we've been down here. Look at that stalagmite that's just formed on board right there. Must have taken quite some time to form that. Well, I'm going to have to let Aaron know the sad news that this is not quite as I expected. Still interesting to come down here, you know, to see things like the wooden rail system that haven't seen anywhere else. And also good to see a few relics and use a better stabilised camera than what I'd previously used. That echo was quite weird just there. It like reverberates right through your head. Yeah, I wonder where Aaron is. Oh, he's not too far away.
G'day.
Unfortunately, I've mistaken this mine for a different mine, obviously. It does go down there a ways, but there's no collapse at the end, it just ends.
Ah, okay. Oh.
So you want to go and...
Sweet as.
May as well go and have a look down there.
There's
There's a few things to look at. I'll head back towards the entrance here, I think.
All good. It's kind of random that, yeah, these rails are wooden.
And yeah, and those are metal. They needed to get around the corner and it was harder to do with wood, maybe.
Ah, yeah. Things are plausible, yeah. Sweet as.
So unless there's another divergent path off here, which I don't think there is. Feels like I'm walking over rust here, so that tells me that the rail in this early section of the tunnel here is actually metal. I should be able to tell here in a minute. Just give that a bit of a kick. No, we're still wood. Okay. Or did they have a wooden rail and then they put strap rail down on the top of that, so there would have been a thin metal rail that they then put down on top of the wood? That's quite possible, I think. So we're right up the top of Tokani Hill here. I think there used to be an aerial ropeway just behind me here, which you won't be able to see, but yeah, it's a very steep hill, and I thought I'd show you some of the track, what passes for a track. You just got to keep on watching out for these. Well, at the moment we're looking for orange bits of tape. When we were on the way up the hill, we came a different way and we were looking for blue pieces of tape. The track seems to be forming itself more noticeably now. So we've come right up the top of the hill with quite a lot of effort getting like straight up a very muddy slope, not really knowing where we're going. But then we've come to another adit, which is just down here. If I can get down here. Aaron has just gone in. We didn't need my phone on me now. If I can just get down into this little gully here, slip down here, we have an adit heading off down here. I Don't know how far in we're going to be able to get, but it looks like it's quite a neat tunnel down here actually. Nicely picked out. I think I'll go down head first so I can see what my camera's doing. Already dirty as anyway getting down here. So hopefully you can see that where it's all been nicely picked out. I can't see it myself because I'm sliding down here. Wow, looks pretty cool. Clearly made by dwarves. I would say it's less than 5 feet tall. Oh, it's a massive weta up there. Well, we've got a couple of massive wetas just in this little alcove here. Flies followed us down. Hear them buzzing around. Really got to walk on your knees through here. All through this degrading andesite here, which is well on its way to turning into just clay. What we're suspecting is going to happen further up here is we've walked across quite a few collapsed stopes. Sounds like Aaron's encountered an animal up here.
There's a possum in here.
A possum, eh?
Yeah. I'm going to jump down and scratch my face up.
That's a good old mud tunnel.
Flies annoying me.
Oh yeah, I see him over there. Well, I don't see the possum, I see Aaron.
Oh dear.
This is another horrible hole in the ground, this one.
Oh shit.
It look like you're getting much further along there.
It starts going vertical up there. I think it's a rise that used to go to the surface.
Ah yes.
Probably where the collapsed area is.
What's down there to your left?
Goes down maybe about 4 meters, and then there's like a pile of rubble.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to decide if it's worth climbing down there.
Where'd your friend the possum go?
Oh, he's up in there.
Up that stope bit.
Yeah, yeah.
A little tunnel off to my right here. Don't think it's going to go anywhere. Oh, it does. Holy heck. Ah, and of course, my battery is out on my torch. And I didn't grab the battery. I mean, my other torch, unfortunately.
I have a torch.
Spare torch.
Yeah, well, I use it, but
Spare-ish at the moment.
I've still got my head left, so you can use it for the time being.
Did you have a look down this tunnel here?
No, I didn't actually. I didn't even see that you can get down there.
It's long as.
Oh, okay. I'll have a nosy down there next then.
May I borrow your torch?
So it's one of the ones that has like a bunch of different brightnesses. So if you half press it,
Which is the brightest version?
so none of those are. I'll show you. So you sort of, you turn it on and then you just give it a little tap and then it lets you cycle through the settings. Yeah. So that's on its lowest mode again. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, I do. Now, what's in this horrible hole down here? What are you doing, Steve? This is dumb. You get yourself into dumb spot.
Smash that.
Yeah, it's very, very annoying. What have we got down here that I'm crawling into? It doesn't look very long. Just a short little section in here, I think. Once again sliding on my belly through here. Now how worthwhile is it to go any further? I don't think that's worth getting into. As you can see, it just ends up there, so the only thing that could possibly happen here is a shaft underneath the beam of my torch, which I'm not particularly interested in. But it was worthwhile to just check that out. I wasn't sure whether it was going to open up into a full tunnel there. As you probably can notice, I've got a lot less torch power now because my main torch has run out of battery, so Aaron's let me borrow one of his torches just for this section here. Anything else down there, Aaron?
I mean, it goes down. It's worth having a look down. But,
I'll go and have a look then.
Like, it looks possible to climb down, but I don't know if I'm damn enough to do that.
Might be a thing for another day when
Yeah.
we've done some abseiling and stuff. Oh, I see.
Like, I don't think you'll need a rope. You can sort of stand on those rocks that are jutting out on
Yes.
the side. But,
Getting up again would be not impossible, but a mission.
yeah. But you can see there's like a red spray paint mark.
I can, yeah.
Somebody's been down there.
Oh, down that real narrow part, that narrow hole.
Yeah, I threw some rocks down there, but it doesn't seem to go very far. It sort of just stops.
Just as I was watching then, clay started falling off down that hole for nothing was even touching it.
That's doing what I threw down.
I think I've about seen enough. So we had a possum that he took off up this stoked out raise area here.
If you poke your head up there, you'll probably see him. Just try not to fall down the...
Yeah, that would be good if I didn't slide down there. And if the possum didn't come and scratch my eyes out.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's off to the right.
I can't be bothered going up there. It's a possum.
Yeah.
Plenty of possums live at my house.
Right. Did you domesticate them?
Slightly, they eat out of my hand.
Oh yeah. Did you kill them as well?
No.
No?
Love possums.
Yeah, you're Australian.
Would be illegal to kill them in Australia.
Mm.
Protected animal.
Not here though.
No.
If you see them on the road here, you aim for them.
You mean you do?
Nah. Although, oh my god. In my Sylvia,
Yeah.
I once hit a possum. Oh, it must have been going like 140 k's, and the front bumper was made out of fiberglass. It just fucking blew it to pieces.
Oh no. I had a Salika when I was living out in Kalgoorlie,
Oh, good stuff.
and which is not the ideal thing when you're going out in the outback. But I decided to go back into Perth one night, and there was a mob of kangaroos on the side of the road, and even though I slowed down in the car, one kangaroo just wanted to jump straight into the bonnet of my car, and my bonnet was ruined.
Oh, man. Have insurance at least?
Oh hell no. No, I ended up buying another bonnet from the Wreckers, which was a different colour to the rest of my car, and chucking that on.
Oh, yeah.
But my Flash, what I thought was my little rally car, wasn't up to hitting kangaroos.
What sort of a Salika was it? What
It was one of the old boxy ones. I can't remember what year. It wasn't an 80s one, but it must have been like a early 90s.
Sweet as.
I've had 3 Salikas in my life.
Okay.
The one I had about 20 years ago, that was my Flashest one, and I left it unlocked one night, and I lived on a hill, and there were kids going around just trying to open people's car doors in their driveway, and they obviously opened mine, just pulled the handbrake off, and my car rolled backwards down the hill into an orchard, over a wall. It was ruined.
It's
Yep.
Dickheads out there, isn't there?
That was the last time I thought, no more little sporty things for me. I'll get practical cars from now on.
Yeah, I like my X-Trail. I can park in the fucking parking lot and I don't give a shit if people open their doors on.
Yeah.
Drive it around and just scratch it up on the plants and everything.
But you've got quite a flash drift car, don't you?
Yeah, I do have my Silvia still. I've been thinking about selling it though, because I want to sell it and buy a van and make it self-contained van.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea too. I've thought about doing that, you know, if I had money. Are you just making your way up slowly? Okay. I sort of pulled my body up until I could definitely see that there wasn't further forward motion I was going to make. I thought there could have been a some sort of hole in the floor that I didn't look right over and see into. So you can have a look there if you feel the need. Cool. Hopefully this fly will follow me out and you won't have it annoying you the whole way. Wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the annoying noise it was making. There's nothing here for you, fly. Right, coming back to the entrance here. Well, it was a neat little adit to have an explore in. Not a big mine, but then that's probably for the best considering that I had run out of power on my main torch. But here we are again. I think we're actually, this little gully here is actually part of the mine that's collapsed. And there seems to be a number of open stopes that have collapsed up the top here. Oh, puffing like anything. Pretty cool little track we're walking down here. Very hard to even judge if we're going the right way or not. Sometimes it opens out on itself and you can see clearly where you're going, and other times the bush closes in and you go, am I really going the way that I want to be going? But we're going downhill now, so as long as we are going downhill and we don't just suddenly come to the edge of a cliff, hopefully we should be alright. It would be hard to get lost coming down the hill, I would think. We will see. Famous last words maybe. It's a bit tricky to see where. If this is a track, it doesn't look like a track. Or maybe it does open out here if I just look past this fern. Yeah, I think this looks right. Of course, being late in the day now and having done a lot of uphill climbing, and a lot of it without much of a track or even any track to go on. And now my left knee has decided that's enough for you, old man. Which does actually remind me one of the things I wanted to point out, and that is I don't recommend that anyone actually try and do what we're doing. Going into these mines, it's not safe. But you have to understand, I'm old, I'm 52 years old, I'm single, I have never been married, I have no children. So there is no one relying on me or waiting for me at home going, where's Steve? No. So that gives me a bit of freedom to do things like this, where I don't need to worry too much about other people worrying about me. Of course my parents would worry about me. They live in Australia and they know also the situation that I'm in. So anyway, for all of you who, or anyone who thinks, oh, looks like a cool idea to go and do this, make sure it's alright with the rest of your family, and make sure you've had a real think about this before you do it.